I am slowly building my bank back up after giving away everything I had for the Gilnor Games Season 4 prize pool. Luckily, Runescape is full of unusual ways to make money that are helping me get back to where I need to be GP-wise. And today, I'll finally be revealing some methods that I've been hiding for years. An unusual moneymaker that I covered way back in the day, and at this point is fairly well known, is pickpocketing ham members for ham robes. Ham robes are used during the Death to the Dorgashan quest, a quest that many players complete on their accounts, so the ham robes usually have a decent amount of demand. The ham boots and robes are items required for some easy clue scroll steps as well. The method to collect the robes is very simple. You just pickpocket ham members in the ham lair. The most efficient thing to do is to wear a rogue's outfit and have high thieving. The rogue's outfit means you get double of whatever you're pickpocketing, and high thieving just means that you never get caught. But it was brought to my attention recently that there's an even better way to do this method, and it all came from a tweet from JagXAsh. Someone was complaining that it was taking forever to get a full set of ham robes, and Ash asked him if he was pickpocketing at the part of the quest where you need to get the robes. If you do, the chance of getting the ham kit is considerably higher. I found this very interesting as I had never heard of this being a thing, so I had to investigate. I hopped on my newbie account, I got the required pre-quests done for Death to the Dorgashan, got my thieving up to level 35 just so pickpocketing wouldn't be too annoying, and I started the quest. Now Ash says that your rate of getting ham robes goes up once you've begun the quest by talking to Mistag, so when he tells you to go get the robes, you're good to go. In fact, he says in this tweet that at this point in the quest, the first thing the game does when you pickpocket is roll for a clue scroll. If you don't receive a clue, it gives you one of the 7 kit pieces with equal chance of each. With how this tweet is worded, it made it seem like you are guaranteed to receive a ham piece if you don't get a clue scroll. Pretty crazy. So I'll be doing 250 pickpockets on this new account and then 250 pickpockets on my main account, which already has the quest done. Starting off with the new account, as soon as I began pickpocketing, I could already tell that the rates were way higher. The first inventory of pickpockets, I received 9 ham items. Then I had one with 13 items, then one with 10 items. I mean, it was consistently high. Now, the tweet did make it seem like I would guaranteed only get the ham items, but I might just be misinterpreting it. Either way, the amount of ham items I was getting was very high. After 250 pickpockets, I received 67 ham kit items. 26.8% of the time, a bit over 1 in 4 pickpockets, I was getting a ham item. For any of you who have done this grind in the past, you'll know that this is a very high rate. Just look at the rates I got from my main account, which already has the quest done. I didn't even get a single ham item in my first inventory of pickpockets. This is how many ham items I got after 250 pickpockets on my main account. 13 items. 13 items. 54 less than when I pickpocketed on the account that was still getting the quest done. I think these numbers can pretty conclusively confirm that the rates are indeed much higher. Now, the unfortunate thing about this is that in order to maximize the amount of money you can make from this, you would need an account that has a high thieving level, the full rogue's outfit for double items from pickpockets, and it can't have Death to the Dorgashan completed. Based off pickpocket times, I think you'd be able to do around 1,800 pickpockets an hour. With a rate of 1 ham item every 4 pickpockets, we'd be looking at around 450 ham kit items per hour. A pretty unreal amount. Guaranteed millions of GP, and if you're doing the easy clues that you get as well, you'd have the potential for even more. If anyone has an account like that and wants to try it out, let me know. I'd love to see what you end up with because this one could be really good. Also, if you're on an Iron Man account, make sure you guys don't pickpocket for the ham robes until you start the quest because, well, as you can see, the rates are way better. Everyone else just use the Grand Exchange like normal. Crazy goal here, but can we hit 400,000 subscribers before the year ends? I think we can. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it. Next up, a moneymaker that I feel like isn't supposed to make you profit, but it still does. Kind of an insane amount. But first, the holidays are right around the corner. It's the perfect time to treat yourself or a loved one to the ultimate grooming experience with Manscaped's latest release, the Chairman Pro package. This all-in-one set includes everything you need for a perfect shave every time. This is the Chairman Pro electric foil shaver. It features a 360-degree contouring head and comes with 2 interchangeable skin-safe blade heads. Use the 4-blade foil for a super close shave or the stubble trimmer for keeping a bit of a rugged look. Both heads reduce razor burn and irritation, so you're always feeling smooth and comfortable. The Flex Adjust technology helps the blades and pivoting head flex and adjust to the contours of your face and neck, leading to a super smooth shave. For even more precision, there's a precision lock feature. When you lock it, the blade head sits firm. Don't forget that it's waterproof too. The package package also includes the Power Shave Gel to get the ultimate wet shave experience. It's packed with skin-soothing ingredients that defend against redness and irritation, and it's dermatologist tested for sensitive skin. To finish off, we have the Face Shave Soother. Use it after shaving to hydrate your skin and soothe any post-shave irritation. It's designed to help reduce redness and defend against ingrown hairs and razor bumps. If you're looking for the perfect gift this holiday season, or just want to upgrade your grooming routine, the Chairman Pro package is the way to go. It has everything you need to keep your face looking and feeling its best, all in one box. Use promo code SoupRS for 20% off your order, plus free international shipping. What better way to treat yourself or someone special this holiday season? That's 20% off plus free international shipping with promo code SoupRS at manscape.com. I feel like every time I research an unusual moneymaker, an item that I did not know existed is brought to my attention, and that's exactly what happened with this next method. Tainted essence chunks were added in September of 2023 to the Scar Essence mine, which can be accessed during and after the quest Desert Treasure 2. Inside of this mine are something called amalgamations, which when mined give you these tainted essence chunks. Now the chunks don't really do anything. You first have to deposit them into this ventriculous opening. Then with some coins stored in Haggis's coffer over here, you can convert the tainted essence into 4 types of extract: warped, twisted, mangled, and scarred. These extracts give you bonus runes when you have them in your inventory when runecrafting. It was pretty much added as a way for players to speed up how many runes they get while runecrafting, and the trade-off being you have to pay a bit of GP. Let's be honest though, this update was mainly catered towards Iron Men. However, that doesn't mean that main accounts can't take advantage of it and make some money. I bought and tested every extract on every rune to see if it was profitable. Keep in mind that I'm wearing the full runecrafting outfit, which gives 60% more runes when runecrafting. Without this outfit, the amount that you'd lose is even worse, so don't even try it without it. The warped, mangled, and scarred extracts all lose you money. Even with the bonus rune effect from the runecrafting outfit, you're not profiting using these extracts at all. There is one extract, however, that makes you profit, and that's the twisted extract. When crafting Chaos, Cosmic, or Sunfire runes, you actually will make money doing this. Most people think that the GP you put into buying the extracts will lose you all chance of making money, but with the twisted extract and the runecrafting outfit combined, that's not the case. Check this out. So one twisted extract costs 6,000 GP, and I have 25 pure essence in my inventory, which means that in total, it's going to cost 150,000 GP to turn the essence into Cosmic runes. But keep in mind that the extract and the runecrafting outfit are giving me bonus runes. As you can see, I crafted 1,580 Cosmic runes from a single inventory. If we head to the GE and sell the Cosmic runes, we make 158,000 GP. So subtract the 150k from the extract, and we made 8,000 GP. Using the extract is kind of like the regular money-making method, but this version is just on steroids. I spent around 6 hours just runecrafting Cosmic runes with the twisted extract and made about 6 million GP. It took me around an hour to mine all the essence chunks and turn them into extracts. In total, it cost me 96.4 million GP, and in return, I crafted over 1 million Cosmic runes. It took over an entire day for all of them to sell in the Grand Exchange, but when all was said and done, I sold them all for 102.6 million, a profit of 6.2 million GP. I would say this method is around 850k an hour if you include the time it takes to mine the chunks and the time it takes to runecraft. Chaos runes are around the same price as Cosmic runes, so you're looking at around the same GP per hour if you're using the Abyss, because the regular Chaos rune altar to get to it is just an absolute nightmare. Sunfire runes though are crazy. If you didn't know, Sunfire runes were added with the Varlamore update. To craft them, you need fire runes, Sunfire splinters, and essence. You bring them to the Shrine of Ralos here, and boom, you have Sunfire runes. But get this, if you have level 49 runecrafting, you get double the runes, and at level 98 runecrafting, you get triple the runes. Each Sunfire rune is currently 109 GP, which means we are guaranteed profiting. Alongside that, we have the runecrafting outfit, which gives us those 60% bonus runes, so we are making an absurd amount of Sunfire runes per trip. Check this out, 7,880 Sunfire runes made in one trip. Serious potential for profit here. I got another 5,000 twisted extract, which cost me 30 million GP. The Sunfire splinters cost me 141k, the fire runes 1.2k, and then I spent around 35 minutes turning them all into Sunfire runes. I then sold them all for 33.2 million GP, which means we profited over 3 million GP from doing this, and that's only with double runes. Imagine you had the triple runes, it'd be even more. What's really great for me is I need to get my runecrafting level up to max, and if I can make this kind of money while runecrafting, I actually think I might start to enjoy this skill. Just kidding, I still hate it. Since I'm trying to max my main account, I found myself trying out hunter rumors as a way to train my hunter, and honestly, I kind of like it. It's like Slayer, but for hunter. Every time you complete a rumor, you get a hunter loot sack from the guild hunter you took the task from. From this sack, you have a chance to get some cool items, one of them being the Huntsman kit. I was able to get one after 137 hunter rumors. I mean, just listen to how stoked I was. Oh my god, it's actually so sick. Let's go. Absolutely insane. This kit can be used to store various hunter equipment. Up to 32 different types of items can be stored at once. We're going to be focusing on one item in particular, the butterfly jar. All the hunter shops sell it for a huge amount, 1 GP. Grand exchange price, 150 GP. Daily volume, tens of thousands. See where I'm going with this? Now, usually with these kinds of methods, you would buy out the item, run to the bank, deposit everything, run back, and repeat. But with the Huntsman kit, we don't have to move at all. If we switch our left click to buy 50 butterfly jars in Imia's shop at the Hunters Guild, change the left click on our Huntsman kit to fill, we can buy the jars and immediately put all of them in the Huntsman kit in just a few seconds. Look how fast I'm able to buy out the entire stock and put all of it in the Huntsman kit. With this method, we're not only looking at getting a lot of butterfly jars, but a lot of GP as well, since the amount of profit we make per jar is solid. Yeah, a butterfly jar is only 150 GP, but with how fast we're buying that, all of it really does add up. After 1 hour, I ended up with 17,575 butterfly jars, and it only cost me 31.5k to buy them all. Next stop, Grand Exchange. Now I have to get the jars out of the Huntsman kit, but that's also just as simple as changing my left click to be the empty option on the kit, and I can easily click between the bank and the kit to put all the jars in my bank. Check this out. If I list all of the jars I bought for 150 GP, I'm going to make 2.6 million GP. 2.6 million off an investment of 31.5k. Incredible. But one small issue. The demand for the butterfly jars isn't that high. Like I mentioned earlier, around 10,000 of these sell per day, so just in that 1 hour alone, I had bought almost twice the daily volume of the item. To make things more annoying, for some reason, a lot of hunter items have a buy limit of 40. Box traps, for example, and butterfly jars are the same, so these things sell slowly. But keyword, sell. They do end up selling, it's just going to take a little bit of time. In my case, it took a little less than 3 days for all of the jars to sell. A long time, but if you don't mind the wait, the return is incredible. We made 2.6 million GP after buying butterfly jars for an hour. If you're low on GP or are just looking to get a couple million under your belt, this is a great option. Hey, so yeah, I'm back in the Hunter Guild. This place is full of ways to make money. In fact, as soon as I finished buying butterfly jars and selling them, I realized I could have been using them to catch moonlight moths. These can be found in the basement of the Hunter Guild and caught with a butterfly net and a jar with a hunter level of 75. Now, the Grand Exchange price might show these at a measly 700 GP, but their actual trading price is around 2,500 GP, over 3 times as much. And there's trading volume for these things, but why are people buying them? Well, these can restore 22 prayer points. When released in a multi-combat area, up to 3 players within a 5x5 area of the release range have their prayer restored. Pretty neat. While not as good as a regular prayer potion, it's still a very useful and quick way to restore some prayer. I couldn't find anything on why so many are traded a day and where the best place to use them is, so if any of you know, let me know in the comments. Either way, these things are really easy to catch and sell for a decent amount of GP, which is perfect for us. So what I did was just buy out the entire stock of butterfly jars from the hunter shop, put them all in my Huntsman kit, run down into the Hunter Guild basement, run a bit south, and start catching the moths. As soon as I had an inventory full of jars, I just had to run upstairs and bank them all. Luckily, the bank is super close, so there isn't much downtime between catching the moths and banking them all. Whenever I ran out of jars, they would be completely restocked in the shop, so I could just repeat the process. Super easy. After 1 hour, I had collected 623 Moonlight Moth jars. I chucked them on the Grand Exchange, and most of them instant sold for 2.3k, and the rest of them took around 10 minutes to finish selling. They all sold for a little less than 1.5 million GP. 1.5 million GP just catching Moonlight Moths. All you need for this method is a net and some jars and 75 hunter, pretty much nothing. This would be perfect for a GG money making challenge. If we take the money away we used on staminas, I think we're looking at a final GP per hour of 1.4 million. I'm over the moon with that. Get it? Bond prices are absolutely absurd right now, 14 million GP to buy one. This is why I think if you're struggling to hold a consistently high cash stack, you should spend some time finding a money-making method that you can do daily for 5 to 30 minutes, for example, that makes you a couple 100,000 GP, or hopefully more. I have about 6 to 7 methods that I switch between, but I'll show you 2 of them in this video. These methods heavily depend on grand exchange prices, so make sure you pay attention to the buy and sell prices before attempting them. The first one is super easy and takes maybe 5 minutes. Master Scroll books can be traded to Watson, located at this house in Zaya, for Watson teleport scrolls. These teleport scrolls, as you can probably guess, teleport you right next to Watson, which is really great for people doing things like Master Clue scrolls. If you trade him a Master Scroll book, he'll give you between 10 to 20 Watson scrolls. The teleport scrolls currently being around 16k means that on average, you'll profit about 13,000 GP per book that you trade. Just remember that sometimes you'll lose money on a book. Here you can see I traded him and only received 11 Watson scrolls, which is about 177k. I paid 230k per book, so in this case, I actually lost 53k. But on the next trade, I received 20 Watson scrolls, equal to 322k, so I made 98,000 GP. As long as you're trading him a decently large amount of books, you will eventually profit. Again, this heavily depends on price, but you will make money. In my case, I bought 100 scroll books for 23 million GP, and I received 1,476 Watson scrolls, which actually means I was a bit on the unlucky side, not by much, but even being a bit unlucky, I can sell these scrolls for a bit under 23.4 million GP, which means in about 10 minutes, I made 380,000 GP. This number will fluctuate depending on prices, but when they're favorable, it's a really easy way to make some quick money in barely any time. One of my favorite methods ever is making Bloodbark armor. Now, in one of my past unusual money-making videos, Skill Specs actually told me to make Swampbark armor, which ended up losing me money. Bloodbark armor is the complete opposite. You can make so much money doing this. The process is just kind of tedious and annoying, but to me, it's totally worth it for the money I make. So Bloodbark armor can be made after purchasing and reading a rune scroll of Bloodbark, which is super cheap on the Grand Exchange. Once you read it, you can now make Bloodbark armor, which requires Splitbark armor and blood runes. All you do is head to the blood altar with the armor and runes, then use the armor on the blood altar, and boom, you have made a piece of Bloodbark armor. The requirements to make the armor are fairly high. The Bloodbark gauntlets and boots require 100 blood runes and 77 rune crafting. The helm requires 250 blood runes and 79 rune crafting. The body and legs require 500 blood runes each and 81 rune crafting. This isn't a method that everyone can do right off the bat, but if you can, very profitable. This method for me is a long-term method, so what I do is buy the Splitbark armor pieces at low prices and sell the Bloodbark armor at high prices. I'm not looking to make profit right away on these, it's more that I'm looking to make more money selling them over time at higher prices. Here's an example for you. Here are 235 pieces of Splitbark armor that I'll be turning into Bloodbark armor. In total, it requires 56,500 blood runes. I spent around 15.7 million GP on these. After 30 minutes of turning all of the Splitbark into Bloodbark, I can list them on the Grand Exchange and slow sell them for a total of 18.2 million GP. 2.5 million GP profit just like that. Again, I'm not expecting instant profit here, but instead long-term profit, which has always done me well. There are dozens, probably hundreds of other methods out there like these that you can do to make some really easy money for bonds. You just have to find them for yourself, or just watch a Soup Unusual Moneymaker video, I guess. That probably works too. If you have any unusual moneymakers you'd like me to try out, feel free to send them to me in the brand new Unusual Moneymakers channel in my Discord. Just click on this channel, create a new ticket, and submit your moneymaker. I'm excited to see what you guys send my way. Maybe you'll end up on the Unusual Moneymaking leaderboard. If you're itching for more Soup content, I've got a Gillenor Games episode review coming out on my second channel, Super, tomorrow. So you can look forward to that. Links, as usual, for everything are in the description. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.